Hi, I'm Tiffany Carter. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a self-made multimillionaire. I've gone from making $17,000 a year to having millions in the bank. I've been an entrepreneur for 11 years, and now my passion is to teach all of you how to get paid doing exactly what you love and getting there much faster and smoother than I did. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've also had a lot of big wins, and I know you're here for the training, the 5 essential ways and things that entrepreneurs need to know in order to achieve great success. These are in an order for a reason. So listen up, all right? The first thing is you have to niche. I'm famous for saying, if you niche, you get rich, right? And that's why you guys are probably listening to me. You want to make more money, right? You think you might be niching down and serving a specific audience, but you're not niching down enough. And I can say this for myself too. You can't niche enough. So let's use a pie analogy. Some of you guys probably heard this right in math class, but let's use it. It's a good one, right? Would you rather have a giant piece of a pie or a sliver of a pie? I know for me, I'd rather have a giant piece. So if you are niching, you get to have a bigger piece of a pie, which means more money. And then a sliver of a piece, what's that going to do? You're not going to see much. It's really hard for people with niching because they're thinking, well, I want to help more people. I know I can help, women in other countries. I know I can help men too. I know I can do this. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm sure you can. But if you don't niche, you won't get rich. So niche is number 1. You guys have to do it. Once you get bigger, you're someone like a Tony Robbins, for example, then you can expand your audience and your reach. But for sure, when you're in the beginning stages, you absolutely have to niche. So number 1. Number 2 is you need to take a look at what it is you love doing and hate doing, all right? I didn't do this. I did all the things all the time. I didn't know. I thought that was being an entrepreneur, right? That's what a lot of us are taught is, yeah, you've got to grind and hustle and do all the stuff yourself. But what happens is when we do enough things that we don't love, it ends up robbing us of our energy of doing the things that we do love. And then we end up resenting even the stuff we love. We've got nothing in the tank, so to speak. So even rock stars have a lot of stuff that they don't love, right? Even jobs that you think sound amazing, right? Hollywood actresses. There's stuff in their profession that they don't love to do. So it's really important you take an honest look and get really real with yourself. This doesn't mean, oh, you're telling me, Tiffany, I don't ever have to do anything I don't love. No, you are going to have to do stuff you don't like, but you don't have to do stuff that you absolutely hate. Do you see what I'm saying about the difference? So I want you to create, just take a piece of paper and create a really simple T-chart, right? Where you have on one side, love, hate. I'm sure some of you have done this in trying to figure out if you want to marry somebody. I know I have. All right, so take that list and start writing down. I love writing content. I love helping people one-on-one. I hate public speaking. I hate writing, right? And this is the thing that you learn in the beginning stages. And even if you're further along in your business, you have the right to regroup and pivot and format. Another thing I didn't realize. I thought I was locked in for life. You're not. You can always change direction and move things along where it better suits you and your business and the things that you love to do. If you hate writing, I don't think you should be in a content creating type business. If you need to be in a content creating type business as an online entrepreneur, then you're going to have to hire writers and people to do that for you. Because number 1, you just won't follow through. And number 2, you're going to be miserable doing it, and it comes across in the content. So that's my second tip. Remember, love-hate chart. The third thing is, and this one I love, is market research. I can feel you guys already rolling your eyes on the other side of the camera. It's that sounds really boring and serious. It's actually fun. Haven't you guys ever stalked anybody on Instagram or Facebook? I know you have. Or done a Google search on somebody. Basically, you're stalking your niched client, your ideal client. I want you to find out everything about them, right? What they love to do, what they hate to do, hobbies, interests, the type of language that they use, the type of questions they ask, the kind of problems they have, what keeps them up at night, what lights them up. everything that you can find out about the person as possible. So one of my best tips to do this, since we're in an online space, right? You don't have to like go out and like start polling your neighbors, although you can. But one easy thing that you can do, just like from the comfort of your home, is you join Facebook groups where your ideal clients hang out. Okay, so let's say you're someone who helps women who just had babies, right, get back into shape. So you go search out Facebook groups that have that niche, you know, new moms, right? Moms who are getting in shape after having a baby. You go and look for that niche, go in that Facebook group and read through the comments, see what people are asking, what they're commenting on, what they're complaining about, and you'll start to get an idea of the needs of this ideal client, what they really want to learn, what they really want help with, not with you just imagining it. Because we can make a lot of assumptions and truly, right, we're a version of our ideal client ourselves. So the mistake we can get in is, oh, well, I'm assuming that they're going to want to know how to lose fat rapidly, right? Well, that might be true for you. But if that's not true for your ideal client, then you're going to be putting out content and talking about things with them that aren't truly a priority or relevant. So this is why it is so important to do it. Does it sound fun or sexy? No, but you can change that mindset and make it fun. Like you do that when you're, like I said, stalking someone on Instagram. So look at it like this. You're really getting to know this client. Another great tip is use the poll feature and question feature on Instagram. It doesn't matter to me if you have 100 followers or 100,000, right? Put that out there. There's a poll feature in Facebook too. And then I want you to go through that and ask questions and get some feedback. Don't base it all on what's in your head, all right? So the third thing is poll, ask, okay? You guys have to poll and ask people questions. This comes naturally for me because I'm a former journalist, which some of you might not know that. So I'm trained to ask a lot of questions. If we don't ask the question, we don't get the answer. The other thing is our answers that we receive are only as good as our questions. So don't ask yes or no questions to people. Ask open-ended questions. If I meet someone, let's say at the gym, who I feel is my ideal client, my niche, right? I might say to them, hey, I have a question for you. Like, what's the most stressful thing about being an entrepreneur? Like, what do you hate the most about it? I'm not being invasive, I'm being caring, and I'm having a conversation, but I'm also learning, right? I'm learning from a live human being, so you can do that too. So ask questions, poll people, and you will end up getting all the content you need, resources, and be able to truly help those people in the best possible way, which I imagine that's what you want to do, and it translates into dollars. All right, let's go on to number 4. Number 4 is, oh, I love this. This used to be my favorite quote. I might even still have it on Facebook as my favorite quote. It's plan the work, work the plan. I don't know if I made it up or if I heard it from somewhere, so I'm not going to claim that it's mine. But plan the work, work the plan. What I mean is have a plan. Don't be haphazard when you're doing something, right? And work that plan. It sounds overly simple, but truly to be successful, it's actually not that complicated. It really isn't. It's about having an amazing plan and a strategy and doing these essential tips that I'm showing you today in order to get there. But when you plan, right, great things happen when you plan, right? You have then a laser focus to your end goal. When you don't plan, right, what happens? I mean, I can imagine not planning, right? You're not planning. Now you're like this. You're all over the place. And I know a lot of you guys are like this because you're multi-passionate. Most entrepreneurs are very passionate, driven people. So you're like shiny object syndrome. You're going all over the place because you're interested in so many things. But guess what? If you notice, I'm not putting dollar signs here, right? This is where the dollar signs are. Comes with focus and comes with clarity, okay? With clarity comes cash. With confusion comes nothing. So we don't want that for you. All right, let's go on to the last step. The last step is, this is my favorite. Align with a community of supporters. You may have heard this for like find your tribe, blah, blah, blah. What I mean by this is we can get so stuck in our heads and feel really alone as entrepreneurs, especially when we're going at it alone, or maybe we have some contract workers or something like that. It can feel really isolating and we can get really trapped in our head. And that usually doesn't end well, okay? I'm a Virgo. I know what being trapped in my head feels like. It's not pretty up there. So what works is having a community of people who are also doing the same thing, right? Of other online entrepreneurs or other entrepreneurs in general that have a similar vibe where you guys can support each other, bounce ideas off from, say, hey, this is happening for me. I did a video, it only has 100 views. Like, will you look at it? Like, does it suck? Like, am I missing something here? I mean, I recently did this, okay? Because I just started my channel, Project Me TV, right on YouTube. And when you start something, the growth is slow unless you're someone who's already, a celebrity to begin with, right? And I did ask other people who are like-minded entrepreneurs, and I said, will you watch this video and give me some, true feedback? And these are people I trusted to give me feedback. I almost needed just a little validation just to make sure, no, Tiff, you're great, you're on point, it just takes time. And it's like, okay, cool. But I was also open for them to say, you need to kind of tweak this or refine that. I think it will work better. But you need to have that community to go at it alone and then go to your friends and family who aren't entrepreneurs, or maybe they are, but maybe, it's your great uncle or something. And they're an entrepreneur that built a business many, many decades ago. It's a lot different now. And although they might appreciate things and understand it, it's not going to go well. You're not going to feel supported. So what I did is I created this support system for you. So I created the Project Me Passive Income Posse. This is a group of like-minded entrepreneurs where I do live trainings every single week. And it's a support. You get support from me, you get support from my business partners, but you also get amazing support and feedback from the group with people who are all after the same thing, to make great money doing something they love. And the vibe in there is incredible. Why I created it? Because it didn't exist. And so I wanted to make sure that you guys had that support. And plus I love teaching in the group and giving you guys inspiration, ideas, and feedback while you're on your journey to making some serious cash. So if you are interested in learning more about the Project Me Passive Income Posse, the easiest way to get more information is to direct message me on Instagram at Project Me with Tiffany, or you can also drop in comments below, right, that you're interested in getting into the posse, or on Facebook Messenger, I want in on the posse. And then I will send you the application requirements and we can see if it's a good fit. So happy you guys came on for this training. I hope you loved it, and I'll see you soon.